Good evening, and welcome to Mike's Harder After Hours. I'm Colton.
I'm Joe, and we have our friend, the Filthy Horde Don.
How y'all doing? And we have a special guest tonight.
Who is our guest?
It's my son, my little seaman.
The Seaman Demon.
Howdy, howdy.
So, what do you do, Isaiah?
I'm in the Navy.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's your specified job, or what you're training to do?
IFF. I work on Identify Friend or Foe technology.
Can you explain that to me, the retard?
So it helps identify where the friends are. It doesn't identify where the enemies are, only the friends. So like it'll send a signal to a friendly aircraft or a friendly ship, and that ship will send something back to the original interrogator. And
Okay.
yeah,
Makes
Just so
sense.
that you can kind of keep track of where the friendly vessels are.
yeah. It helps narrow down where our enemies are, so we're not wasting time tracking friendlies.
That's pretty cool.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If your radar's full of vessels and you're like, which ones want to eat our lunch,
Yeah.
and which ones want to give us lunch? That makes sense. Huh. What made you join the Navy?
I was originally gonna go Air Force, but then I realized Air Force sucks. So I just
Why does the
Maybe
Air
better.
Force suck?
it's just crappy. You don't do much.
Oh,
Well, didn't your schooling have a part of that too? Like, you were in the NJROTC.
I'm pretty sure it would have transferred to both.
Well, yeah, but you felt like Navy was
Yeah.
a lot of your stuff because that's what you guys did down there.
Also, Navy has a lot more electronics engineering stuff. Like for mine, it's ET, electronics technician, circuit boards and stuff.
Huh.
And Air Force doesn't really have that. Not a ton, unless you're working like big birds, like planes. Other than that, there's not much you can do with that.
I come from a Navy family. My grandfather, two of my uncles, they were Navy. My grandfather and one uncle, they were Seabees. And another uncle was on a ship. The uncle that was on a ship, he was on a ship during the Vietnam War. I've talked about him on this podcast before. Him and his buddy painted a big peace sign on the smokestack of the ship.
Yeah, I remember you telling about that. Yeah.
My grandfather and the uncle that were in the Seabees, they were deployed. I want to say it was Desert Storm. My grandfather had re-enlisted or was in the reserves or something, and they were building roads and huts and shit for the fucking Marine Corps that was coming through. Crazy stuff. So, do you have any like idea where you might end up like cruising to, or is it like?
Nah, it's pretty much random. It's gonna be eastern. Anything to the east is a possibility.
But you're gonna be on a boat though. You're gonna be on a ship.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big boy.
Cool. Hell yeah. Guy I work with, his boy was in the Navy. He's now since gone to, he's in D.C. He's on protective service duty. So he, like, runs the convoys for presidential and vice president stuff. But he did 3 years, I think, on a ship. And the guy I work with went and visited him when he was stationed in San Diego. And they ran the miniguns and stuff off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He was like, you'd be surprised at the fire rate.
who was that?
Huh?
Who is that? Like,
TM. One of the oldest guys there. Yeah. Yeah, he went to visit his boy on the ship. They were docked in one of the San Diego, San Francisco, Queer USA, whatever. They were stationed down there, and so they were in port. So he went to visit his kid, and he got to tour the ship. And I can't remember what kind of ship he was on. I want to say it was an aircraft carrier, but I can't say 100%. But yeah, they fired the miniguns out into the harbor. They're not miniguns. The cylinders on these things are like, they're probably 4 feet in diameter, and the thing just it's thousands of rounds a minute, and people are worried about an AR-15.
I'm sure the technology is even more advanced now.
Well, those miniguns, they're all electronic.
No.
You know, there's nobody manning that gun. It's just somebody on the bridge
Right.
pushing a
Are you
button.
talking about the Sea-Wiz?
Pardon?
Sea-Wiz?
Hell, if I know.
Oh, it's
I mean,
okay.
you would know. I wouldn't know.
It's like let me find a picture of it.
You could say the Sea Whiz.
Yeah, Sea-Wiz.
Sea Whiz.
That looks familiar. Yeah, that's possibly what I was looking at.
I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's a video of that thing aiming at a civilian airliner.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it locks on to any, like, if anything that comes within 1,000 feet of it, it automatically locks onto it.
I did see that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that video.
Yeah, it's manually operated, so it will not fire unless the operator actually activates it. But it's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, but could you imagine just being on some cruise and you go past a ship and all of a sudden it's like, "Brrr," and just fucking tracking you like. Granted, most of the people on a cruise are probably too drunk to notice anything like that, but I'm sure somebody noticed.
Even drunk, I would notice that. I would notice that. I'd be like, oh, shit. I'm going back to my cabin.
Like, that's gonna help you much.
At least I won't know I'm going to die. Because I would be too fucking hammered. I'm going to go back.
Hey, I need a bottle. I don't need a drink. I need the bottle. I'm going back to my room.
Mm-hmm. Exactly how that would go down. Yeah, this doesn't seem fun at all.
Yeah, but you don't seem like you'd ever be on a cruise.
Hell no. I can't swim. I'm not buying a passport.
I need to teach you how to
speaking
swim.
Speaking of swimming, Isaiah, how was basic?
Is there a lot of swimming?
It was okay.
Because I know from years growing up, you were not a swimmer. You feared the water so much.
So the actual swim qual, I think it's on like week 2 of boot camp. They pretty much just, I think it's a 10-foot tower. They just push you off. If you swim, good job. If you don't swim, you just have to go. I'm pretty sure it's like almost every day to like a stupid, really retarded training course where
On
they
how to
teach you how to
swim?
swim. I'm pretty sure every single one of the teachers there does not have a clue what they're doing. I'm pretty sure it didn't help me until like probably the 3rd week of me going there, and I actually got past all the starter things and got towards the more advanced part of the training.
Yeah.
Because then they actually tell you what to do. Like the earlier parts, they're just like trying to get you used to the water.
Yeah.
Which
See, I remember your letters that you told me you passed your swim test, and I'm like, all right, cool.
yeah. I did better when I had a break from like RCU. When I was in RCU for 6 months,
Yeah.
6 weeks, 14 weeks. Yeah, 14 weeks.
I don't know how true it is.
Or was it RCU? Is it you said?
Yeah, recruit care unit. It's if you get injured,
Because you
in boot
got
camp-
injured.
Yeah, if you get injured in boot camp, you get sent there.
I don't know how true it is, but when my brother joined the Navy, he said he got to boot, and they woke him up they woke the entire dorm up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and they made everybody march out through the woods, and there was a ladder, this big tier, and they made everybody climb this fucking ladder. At the top was a diving board.
That was probably at the other base. There was
Yeah.
a secondary Navy training command that got shut down.
Yeah,
That's probably the one.
They made everybody climb this diving board, climb this pole to this diving board, and the instructions were jump, and if you don't, the man behind you pushes you.
Could you imagine get up there like just scared shitless, like I don't want to jump off this thing, and somebody just fucking pushes you?
It's the middle of the freaking night. It's like they're absolute black. You don't know what you're jumping into.
I'd say that was more effective than the actual training they gave us.
That's what my brother told me. I don't know how true it is.
I'd say more effective because it's meant to train you. Like if the ship's going down, you have to be able to jump off the ship into the
Right.
freezing cold water without any second guessing. And if you don't, someone else is gonna push you because you'll have a life vest on.
Well, these guys got woke up in the middle of the night. They're out there in their fucking boxers
Yeah.
and getting pushed off a diving board into who knows what.
I could imagine being woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and being pushed off a fucking 20-foot tower or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dude.
I work with the guy who was in the Navy who can't swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, you met him.
There was
You met that person.
Yeah.
There's quite a few. It's again the training they give us to teach us how to swim is awful. Like you can pass it by a hair and never actually learn how to swim. If you
Well-
just learn how to float, you'll pass it.
The freaking ships are big enough, and our military is big enough. You'll probably never go down in a ship.
No.
So, to be stationed on a ship and not know how to swim, I could see it, but it is kind of crazy, the thought that somebody in the Navy can't swim.
Yeah.
I see this guy 5 days a week. He's like, nope, I hate water. Nope.
Makes sense.
But yet he goes out to Port Clinton and
Yeah.
goes out on a boat every weekend.
Yep. Yep.
Goes on fucking cruises.
Yeah, oh, yeah. A cruise every year. Yep.
Right.
I can't remember.
But to his credit, he said a cruise ship is basically like a big floating island that they can steer because it like levels itself
Yep.
and it has like hydraulics and
Yeah,
shit.
gyros.
Yeah. Have you seen the new one that I think it's Carnival's putting out? The new ship. Holy fuck, is that big, dude?
Yeah.
Holy
I want to go on a
shit.
cruise at some point. I just got to figure out where.
Oh, you need to find a pineapple cruise.
Fuck that! I'm not trying to go on a fucking swinging cruise. I'm good.
I do want to go on a cruise.
A pineapple cruise?
No.
Cool. I'll go with Don since I know your fucking ass isn't going.
Hell no, I'm not going. Hell no.
What are you doing on the 27th?
The 27th. That's pretty fucking close. Why? What's the 27th?
We're doing a bike ride down to Kentucky.
I don't have a bike to ride.
Borrow
Grab your
one of
car.
mine.
I could drive my car. What'd you say?
Borrow one of mine.
Maybe. What's the 27th? What day is that? Is that a Friday?
Friday.
It's a Friday. 27, 28, 29. We'll be back 29.
Hmm.
We already have the cabin established. We're trying to find someone else to go with us.
I'll fucking go. Fuck it.
It's me, Rob Brock, Dave and Rhonda, Stephanie.
I'll go. I don't care. If you need somebody to go and I can use one of his bikes, I'll go. I don't care.
Well, as long as you got some money with you.
Your
I'm
ass
down.
is gonna be sore.
It's
Either one, they buy my bikes you borrow, your ass.
Well, if I were to take my bike, my ass would be sore. Ride my bike about a half an hour, my ass is sore.
Yeah.
it's about it's according to Google, it's a 5-hour, almost 6-hour ride.
Right, but if you're not going highway speed,
I'm not doing
Right.
expressways.
right. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to stop a decent amount to get gas and shit, so it shouldn't be that awful. I'll have
Especially-
chances to walk around.
Especially with the Sportster in the pack.
Yeah.
I think my tank range is 300 miles, and that's being generous.
Well, yeah, and if it's anything like when you ride it, I need to go more on the like lower end of that because I'm not trying to run out of fucking gas.
Oh,
My '07 has a low fuel light,
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so
Well, that's good to know.
you'll at least know.
my thing is, the other people are going down Thursday. The people that were supposed to go Friday have all bailed. So it's gonna be me and Stephanie going down. I don't
Oh,
have
so
a-
it's just gonna be you, me, and Stephanie riding
I
Friday.
don't have a problem, riding down myself, but I really don't want to.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm
So
down.
having another person to go with me,
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm down. How much cash should I bring?
I don't know.
$1 million.
Well, I don't know what all we're doing is the thing.
It's a whole bike fest down there. It's
So other than like food and if I want to drink, I shouldn't need much for cash.
look it up, Thunder in the Hills.
If it's anything like Wetzel, $1,000.
I'm gonna take no fucking grand.
Yeah, I ain't taking.
Well,
the
you're all
brand
by
either.
yourself, so $500. Because every year when I went to Wetzel,
Well, unless you want
it was
women, then you might be more.
I'm
Right.
good.
$50 more because they're prepped.
I'm good. All the way good.
Yeah, I used to take $1,000 to Wetzel for fucking 3 days.
For food and booze? Okay, well I don't drink that much. So booze I might need $100. And food I could see needing a few $100.
I won't make fat jokes because fat jokes are mean and fat shaming is mean.
Fuck you, Joe.
So how much longer are you in town, Isaiah?
Until the 20th.
Till 20th. Oh
Yeah.
shit. You got some time.
Yeah.
Any other plans while you're here?
Not really. Just kind of chilling. Vacation. Getting away from base. That's all it.
Yeah. Last weekend when I had him at the house, I came over here last weekend for a little bit. Went back to the house. Walk in the door like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I'm like, he's already fucking snoozing. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
hey, you gotta catch up on the Z's.
I can't say dick. I got up at 2 p.m. today.
I mean, I usually wake up early. Just, a nice nap at some point. It
I
never
can't take a
hurts.
nap because a nap for me ends up being like 4.5 hours, and I might as well have just slept that time from waking up anyways.
Well, I gave him shit. It's like, it had to have been when I went to work. I think it was that Friday. Because you stayed with me Wednesday. So, no, it's that Thursday. I think. Something like that. And I get up for work, and he woke up. He's like, yeah, I stayed up for a couple hours. I took a nap. I got up for a couple more hours. I took a nap. I get home at 5 o'clock, and he's snoozing. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
You gonna go out and do some shooting while you're here? Do you have any guns?
No, I got eaten by a snake. Yeah.
Eaten by a snake?
Yeah, a rat snake.
Damn.
Damn.
Fucking gophers and snakes must be in cahoots.
I think
Oh.
they are.
I will admit, some of them rat snakes in Tennessee are pretty big.
Are they?
So do you know anybody that actually has rifles and guns and shit you can go shoot while you're here?
I don't know.
Because all of ours are gone. They all got eviscerated.
I don't know. They got some nice ranges up in Illinois.
I think there's a decent place in Toledo you can actually shoot machine guns.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, what?
Well, it's a machine, gun.
guns are fucking expensive. Tower Armory.
Yeah, towers. It's expensive to just shoot anything.
How much is it to shoot a machine gun there? Like $100?
I can't remember. I looked it up at one point, but I know it was outrageous.
Yeah, when
I mean, I would pay $100 to
Like,
shoot a
I don't
machine
have that
gun.
kind of cash.
I mean, I would pay $100 to shoot a machine gun, to be fair.
When Dave was alive, he had looked into it, and actually the cheapest place is closer to Cincinnati, but Tower Armory
Shit,
is.
they probably got my
expensive.
guns.
Oh, that's a good point. Should go down there with my list of serial numbers and
I know, right?
ask to see them. They probably dug them off the bottom of the lake.
Your list of serial numbers. What are you, the ATF?
Speaking of, did you see the testimony?
I did
from
not
the
see
ATF?
anything. No.
Okay. This asshole being questioned. Hey, is there a way to tell who owns what? And he said, our database is this. And she said, no. I want to know, can you use that database to find out who owns? And she specified AR-15s. And he
Fuck
said,
that bitch.
He said, no, she's on our side.
Oh.
He said, we would never do that. Which means
They
yes,
can, yeah.
It could. They could figure out who owns AR-15s
Right.
by asking their system specific questions. They could figure it out. They would know who owns them.
But what happens when you lose them in a river?
I know. Like, my boat capsized, and I don't have any guns anymore. So if they come to my house, I mean, what do I do?
It's not my fault there's accidents all over that fucking bridge in Cincinnati.
Hey, I have the box it came in, but, I mean, I don't have the gun anymore. But, yeah, he more or less admitted they can use their database to find out who owns what. That's probably been 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was testimony before Congress, one of their investigative committees. But yeah, he pretty much admitted that, yeah, if you bought it from a gun store, we can figure it out. Sorry to my local gun store. I will no longer be buying shit from you. I will be buying it from person to person. All the guys advertising Pepsi cans.
And Gatorade bottles.
Yeah. That's the best, dude.
This shit's always hilarious. Or it's like, I have the box that my gun came in, but I just have the box.
Yeah.
And then they message you.
$450.
Yeah, and then they message you. You message them, and they're like, I do not have the gun, but here are the pictures of the box.
Here's what came in the box, but I don't have that anymore. I want $450 for it.
For the box. Just the box. Like, I will take your box. I want your box.
I want the box.
My gun is needing a box.
Colin, you just want any box.
I actually don't. I actually stopped talking to basically all the women I was talking to. There's no fucking morals out here anymore, man. They're all selling their pussy online. Tired of it.
Oh, you suddenly want morals?
I've always wanted morals. I just don't have them myself.
Yeah. So, no more OnlyFans girls for you?
No, I told that chick I was not comfortable with her fucking selling pictures of her pussy. And she's like, well, I just did it one time. I was like, the shit that you're posting on your Snapchat story says otherwise. It says that you're still doing it because you're still posting shit that like shows your ass on Snapchat, and I'm not comfortable with that. And I didn't get any reply for like 2 days, so I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. I think that we should just stop talking right now.
Have you ever thought about just going to church?
There you go.
I'm not going to church.
I'm not either, but if I was looking for a chick with morals, that's kind of where I would... The hunting grounds are ripe, man.
I don't know. You've been married enough times without going to church.
Hey, I could tell you, when I was 17, I dated a preacher's daughter.
I used to go to church as well. It's nothing. There's not that there's something wrong
Holy
with the
shit,
women.
That was fun.
It's not that there's anything wrong with the people that go to church. I just don't like going to church. It's just not my thing. And I know if I start dating a woman from church, I'm gonna have to go to church, and I'm good on that. And or I'd have to convince her not to go to church, which I'm also not good with. I'm not okay with convincing somebody to give up their fucking religious.
She never forced me to go to church.
You capture her, and then you drag her away.
Yeah, that doesn't sound rapey at all.
So what?
I'm good. I don't need to go to the fucking grape orchard.
You just talk her into, that's kind of bullshit. They're all full of lies.
I don't feel comfortable ruining someone's perception of religion. Because I have a perception of my own spirituality, and I would not like if someone started dating me and then tried to get me to give up my perception of spirituality.
Maybe that's why mine's so loose.
So that you can just be with whoever the fuck
Not
you
just
want.
willy-nilly about the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable like convincing someone to give up their religious mindset for me. My dick is not worth it. Trust me.
Oh, I know. I've seen it.
I know you have pictures. I know fucking dumbass the other day was like, well, with the hitchhiking Kiwi, you might as well just buy a strap-on if you want to make her come. I was like, bitch, Joe has pictures. He's seen it. I was like, he knows it's not that small when it's hard. And he shut right the fuck up. I was like, yep, that worked.
And we are, of course, talking about the red basket bobber.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
He's jealous because he didn't get to see it.
Probably. Joe didn't want to fucking see it. But I have it on good authority that he still has them.
As what?
My pictures and our text messages.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. Yeah, that's...
To all of our listeners, he says he doesn't want to see him, but I bet he looks at him.
I do. Sometimes when I want to touch my butthole.
Joe's like, I only look at him when I want to feel good about myself.
No, dude. You know what sucks about being old? I went from Flowmasters to Flowmax.
Went from a Holly to a stock carb.
Anybody who gets that reference, Flowmasters to Flowmax, is my age.
I think I get it, but I'm not
get it.
100% sure.
I get it.
I went from loud mufflers to prostate medicine.
I was thinking you went from being able to pee really well to having to take something to help you pee.
No, I just don't want piss in my pants when I'm done taking a leak. Guess what? This shit don't work.
Dude, I need to figure out. Every time I come, I have to pee. It doesn't matter. Like that's why I don't.
That's fucking normal.
I don't jerk off before I go to bed anymore because I have to get up out of bed then to go take a piss. Whereas like when I was 18, I could just jerk off, come on my fucking stomach, and go to sleep. I can't do this shit anymore, and I don't know why.
And your boyfriend complained about the smell of your belly button?
Sometimes, but he got over it.
Yeah, that shit's fucking long gone. No, I'm
You have to pee after you get done jerking off?
Since I was like fucking 30. Not even jerking off. If I have sex, I have to.
Well, I haven't had sex in long enough to know if it would, be the same. But I'm assuming every time I jerk off, I have to pee. So I assume it's the same thing if I were to have sex.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe there's something wrong with me then, because I don't.
There's probably something right with you and wrong with us.
That's probably the greater story there. Hell,
it all started around the time that I was doing drugs. I bet drugs have something to do with it.
Yeah, very possibly. Very possibly.
But now I don't do drugs, and I still have that problem, which is bullshit. I get none of the fun, but I get to reap the fucking... It's not even a benefit, but reap the benefits of it. Bullshit.
Yeah, they've got me on more drugs now. Now I'll be taking like 8 pills a fucking day. My breakfast is literally pharmaceutical.
Well, you're fucking old, dude.
I'm only 46.
That's old.
What the fuck?
I met you when you were 36. About to turn 37. Or actually, it might have been right after you turned 37, because I think I was 17 when I first started hanging out.
God damn, I've let you come around that much?
You've begged me to come around that much.
I think we need to start choosing our people better.
Yeah, well, if you're going to start, I know who you should start with.
I know, you're going to say kick the red basket bobber out.
I'm not saying kick him out. I'm saying put him on probationary leave.
I've done that before.
It didn't work. Make it work this time.
I've told him not to come back around. He was on a probationary exclusion.
Well, next time, don't just let him blow you to get back in the house. Make him do something
Me, it
more.
would only lasted a day.
Oh, he'd come back and more.
He'd be like, I gotta go over to Joe's. Sorry, can you watch my kid?
No, I've done probationary exodus on him more than once.
Exodus.
Yeah, I've done it to him more than once.
It's funny, the other night I stopped over here, and it was Joe and Stupid here. And the red basket bobber had a fucking pepper. It was probably 6 inches long.
Hey, big enough for him to actually put it in his ass this time.
And that's what I asked him. I said, "Oh, you putting that in your butt?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cook it up." He's like, "I thought about pickling." I'm like, "Oh, you want pickles in your ass?"
Pickling one pepper?
Yeah. Who pickles one pepper?
Dumbasses.
He's going home putting it in his butt. Guarantee it.
Yeah, there's no way he pickled a pepper. That would be the saddest fucking jar I've ever seen. Just like 6 pieces of pepper floating around in it. Be the saddest fucking jar ever.
And yet here we are celebrating it.
Yeah. Hey, did Joe ask you about next Saturday?
Not that I know of.
That's the
I might have been drunk at this time.
the 21st. Don't make any plans.
He's gonna be gone because you're going with him on a motorcycle, right?
Oh, that's the
That's
weekend after.
27th.
That's the weekend after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The 21st, we're gonna put in that sink. We're gonna do some construction, get drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to help us. It'd be like when we did the counter.
Okay. I, as far as I know, I got nothing going on.
You should bring the old lady. It'd be fun.
I'll see if I can get mine to come too.
That's probably not gonna happen, but you can try.
Maybe they can.
Oh, yes. Get her to come. Because he's not allowed here when she's here.
Why?
The red basket bobber. She won't stop if he's here.
Oh! I'm sorry.
I'll tell my girlfriend.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you meant he's not allowed here when your old lady's here, and I'm like, I'm confused. Why? What did he say?
I'll tell the girlfriend, get a hold of Joe's woman.
Yeah,
We're having a fucking day.
that would be fun.
Are we gonna wait until we're all fucking lit like we were that night?
Well, yeah, we gotta like have dinner and drinks and then start construction.
Oh yeah, power tools and drinking is great.
Right.
Hell yeah! I'll bring the table saw in the house like last time. Make the old ladies be like, "What the fuck?"
I'd be alright.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice because as soon as I said something to Joe about we need to put that in, he's like, "Oh, sweet, next weekend." He's like, "The 21st. Let's do it the 21st." And Ethan's like, "I'll give you some free labor." I'm like, "God damn it."
I'll let him run the table saw.
Take all the guards off.
Oops. 911. I don't know the number.
Yeah. To have that fucking little sink down there, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, it would be sweet.
I got draining shit down there.
Yeah.
And the only thing that will suck is there's no vent because, we cut it into a bar.
You don't need a vent. You don't have to have a vent.
No, I don't have to have a vent.
You
As
can,
long
you
as
can put a
fart valve.
I can't remember the name of it.
Like a one-way valve?
They actually make a vent for sinks under countertops.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Things I would have
How
never known.
how else do they vent? Do you have to have a tube that goes up?
Technically, all your plumbing has to go out the rooftop. But a lot of places now, like, so this area, there's no way you can go a pipe through the
Right,
roof.
you'd have to run it over to the wall and then go up.
So you take your drains down farther with a T in it, and you have this little valve on the top, so you still get airflow. It'll still drain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
like my washer drain over on that side doesn't go through the ceiling, and underneath the bar, I got hot and cold running water and a drain, but because the wall was cut down, and I put the bar up. There's no ceiling vent.
Right.
So every once in a while, when it rains real hard and it comes from the south, water comes down that fucking pipe. So there's a bowl underneath it. I just let it fill up and evaporate. But yeah, underneath the bar, I have. Oh, I got 220 under the bar. I could.
Yeah.
We could put a welder under there.
I could. Or a really fun zapper, just to fuck with people.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could put.
That could be.
I know
fun.
you don't like dishwashers, but you could put a dishwasher under there for like your bar stuff.
I have a dishwasher in the.
I know that you use as a fucking cabinet.
Because dishwashers are for lazy people. I just wash the damn dishes. It's not that hard.
I'm not saying it's that hard. It's just funny that you have one and you don't use it, whereas most people wish they had one and don't.
I don't have one. Some days I wish I did, but I've gotten a little better at washing my dishes lately.
I hate
If
washing
you
dishes.
can find me a cabinet that fits that spot, you can have that dishwasher.
I can't put it in my apartment.
Why?
My landlord wouldn't let me.
Well, just put your TV on top of it.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, granted, my landlord would probably let me do whatever the fuck I want to
I was
do.
going to say, if you told him, hey, man, I'm going to get a dishwasher from a buddy, I'm going to put it into the apartment. If anything, you'd be improving the apartment, and I don't want to see how he could complain.
He's my boss, so I can do whatever the fuck I want, but
You can't till he hears this, and he goes, fuck him.
he ain't listening to this. He's too busy on TikTok, because, that's where you get all your news.
Yeah.
He's one of them, too.
I know, I told my grandpa something, we were talking about, he was giving me all that shit about the debate. And I was like, I don't know why you would want to continue with the same people that have made the economy so terrible. He's like, well, the economy's better than it was under Trump. I was like, bullshit. He's like, look at the unemployment rate. I was like, you realize before COVID, it was under 4%, and it's 4.3 right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it wasn't. I looked it up. And the thing that I found looked about 3.7. It was actually 3.5 was the lowest before COVID during Trump.
Okay.
And it's 4.3 now. And he's like, well, you're looking at Republican news. That's where you got that. I was like, I just looked up the fucking unemployment rate. It gives a 10-year, swing or, graph of the unemployment rate. What are you talking about?
Trump brought that up last night, and he was like, their whole claim of they reduced unemployment was rebound jobs.
What was I going to say?
Because everybody got fucking laid off.
Right. Everybody got
They
laid
got
off
sent
during
home.
COVID, and then all those jobs opened back up.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking count.
No.
You can't go from a 40% unemployment rate because of layoffs, because of COVID, and say that you improved the economy. That's not how that works.
Well,
And
jobs
sorry, go
the
ahead.
jobs are going to get worse now because Chinese restaurants are closing down because
Yeah, snow meat.
they don't have no meat.
You guys are fucking stupid. What were you saying?
The whole rebound job thing doesn't count. And there were so many people on unemployment for so long that just quit looking for a job. They just decided to stay home.
Right.
They don't count in the unemployment rate because they're not looking for a job anymore.
Right.
So yeah, you can't count all that.
No, and he's like, well, you're just looking at whatever. I was like, yeah, well, if you get off fucking CNN, maybe you'd see some information that wasn't just fuck Donald Trump. He's like, well, I watch Fox News. I was like, you're a goddamn liar. I was like, I've never seen you one time watch Fox News.
If he does watch it, he watches it when they're questioning somebody on the other side, and then gets mad and turns the channel.
Probably.
Well, he's like, I watch it occasionally. I was like, when? He's like, sometimes. I'm like, yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
Yeah.
Most Republican fucking Democrat I've ever met in my life.
And Fox News is definitely not the best place to get your fucking news anyway.
None of them are. You need to look in the middle of things to find actual news.
One of the best places to find news is Sky News out of Australia. They cover American politics. And talk about unbiased. They're fucking amazing.
Well, yeah, they don't have any fucking skin in the game. They don't give a fuck.
None whatsoever.
But my grandpa would probably say some shit about, well, it's probably Trump paying them to say what they're saying or some. He would find some fucking bullshit.
One of the best parts about that news network, they talk shit about both sides. They do. They call out all of it. They do talk about the conspiracy theories, quote unquote, and I'm using heavy quotation marks.
Oh, speaking of,
Yes.
today's National fucking Bush Day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Patriot Act Day. Yeah.
Which kind of bush? I was like, I'm thinking like, today is the day. Where were you guys?
I was
at
3.
work.
I was 3 years old.
I was at work. My supervisor came into the area I was at and was like, a plane just flew in the trade center. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, for all our
Whatever.
listeners that are going to listen to this on Friday, it's Wednesday, it's 9/11 today.
So I made an excuse to go to the office. I walk in the office where the radio's on,
Yeah.
and I'm standing in
The
the
fucking
office.
radio. That tells you how old shit is. The fucking radio is
Yeah.
on.
Yep. I walked into the office, and I'm in the office getting something as an excuse to get in there when the second plane hit. That shit was so fucking crazy.
Right.
They had a plant-wide meeting at noon, I think it was. I don't remember now. It's been so long ago. But they told everybody, if you've got family in that area or if this is just too traumatic, you can leave. Our plant was skull and bones. I mean, it was empty. There wasn't hardly shit after that meeting.
Right.
Because everybody wanted to leave. It was no points, no pay, but you can leave. There's hardly anybody there. I came home that evening. I didn't leave. I came home that evening, and I was glued to the television for till bedtime.
Wasn't
and then again in the morning.
Wasn't that before you were like, rah, fuck the government, rah?
I was a dumb rah Republican. I was dumb. My first thought was nuke the whole thing, make it a glass parking lot. Fuck them.
I mean,
I kind of still feel the same way.
yeah, but not for the same reasons.
Exactly. Not for the same reason.
Right.
But yeah, at the time I was like, nuke the whole fucking thing. Fuck them. Nuke everything in the Middle East.
Right.
Now I'm a little more clear-headed, and I'm not fucking up the fucking elephant's fucking snout. I get what happened. 9/11 was an inside job.
110%.
It was allowed to happen under Bush. The Patriot Act had floated around Congress for 8 or 10 years.
I was going to say it was years.
Yeah.
And they needed a reason to fucking pass it.
Yep. And Ron Paul at the time was a senator or congressman, but he was the one that kept really poo-pooing it. Like, no, this is not a good idea. This is total infringement. But after 9/11, it got so much support. That's where we got the TSA. That's where we got NSA fucking wiretaps on everybody's phones and emails.
Alex Jones predicted it.
I know he did.
And
He did.
everybody says he's fucking crazy.
I have been listening to Alex Jones since 2010. And when he predicted it, months before it happened. Not a couple of days.
Oh, wait. I would have been 12. I was thinking it was 01. Would have been 12. 13. I would have been 13. My brain's
What
not
year were you
working.
born?
98.
Well, it happened in 01.
Why was I... Okay, what the fuck am I thinking? I would have been 3 then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That shows you how fucking far apart we are in age.
10 years.
Yeah.
Is it
20. 20 years. Fuck.
You're an engineer.
Apologize to all my listeners.
You're an engineer and can't math.
I can't math today.
Yeah, I remember exactly what the fuck was going on.
So me too.
I'm
I was
stand-
stocking paint at Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
Did you guys know each other then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've known each other since what, you were like a junior in high school?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you and Mike are the same age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole... Had I not been on... and now I'm glad. But had I not been on felony probation, I would have joined the military. I would have gone to fight
For nothing.
for the military-industrial complex that
Right.
we've all been warned about. I would have gone to fight. Just to see, my brothers and sisters slaughtered at the hands of these assholes because some fucking politician makes a false claim and there's a whole bunch of people that are going to make a bunch of money on it.
Yeah.
The whole reason that happened, and I cannot be convinced otherwise, it was allowed to happen because there were people at play and policies in play where everybody was going to get rich. And this shit lasted 20-something fucking years.
They're still getting rich off of it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then when Biden took office and they withdrew, 13 fucking service members died. And he gets on TV and says that under his watch, nobody's died. He was at the fucking reception and watched them take the caskets off the fucking plane.
He probably didn't realize he probably thought they were Legos, Joe.
He looked at his watch like, is this over yet?
He probably thought they were Legos. He was waiting for playtime.
Man. It's so saddening and sickening. All of that death for nothing. All of it for nothing. Weapons of mass destruction, my fucking foot.
Just the political commercials in the area show how terrible Biden is. Both sides are saying that Sherrod Brown is either with or against Biden.
Yeah.
Both sides.
No.
It's not just one side trying to, you should vote for him because he's with Biden. Both sides are using Biden as the
bad example.
Yeah, as the bad and the good example of why you should vote for Sherrod Brown.
Yeah.
That's how fucking terrible. And people want to fucking elect the anointed fucking princess into office.
So, I gotta ask, because as they asked me earlier today, who's Vance?
JD Vance?
JD Vance?
Yeah. And is he... I know he's a veteran.
I don't know that for fact.
Yeah, I don't know about his service.
I know his political record, but I don't know about his service record. I like him, but
I was saying he was a Marine veteran. I could be wrong.
well, our spot guy over here could Google that shit. But yeah, I don't know about a service record, but I know what he's done and what he stands for, what he has said.
So I know he is a politician.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Marine veteran who served since 2023 as the junior United States Senator from Ohio. He's a Republican and is the vice presidential nominee for 2024.
So I was thinking he was a Marine veteran, but I
Served in Sherrod Brown's office.
I haven't looked it up myself to find out for sure.
From the sounds of the name, it sounds like he has a mail-in bride.
He's married to a woman from India.
Yeah,
An Indian woman.
Usha Chalukuri, something. I can't fucking pronounce it.
The funny part of that is when he first got chosen as VP and Kamala was still VP under Biden, somebody on fucking X made the connection. They're like, that makes sense. Trump picked a guy who's good at arguing with Indian women.
Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps from 2003 to 2007.
There was a nasty rumor about him that ran around about him having sex with a couch cushion and a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
That's what I'm saying. I've been making that fucking joke for what 25 fucking
Oh
years.
yeah,
Oh,
joke.
God, yeah.
Sure.
It wasn't a joke. I've done it, but I have convinced numerous people to put vegetable oil in a sandwich bag, not a Ziploc, folks. That shit hurts. A sandwich bag, and put it between the couch cushions and have sex with it. I've been saying that forever. Somebody made a rumor up about him portraying that.
It's probably somebody that knows you.
Probably. There's a whole bunch of his, now that you mentioned it, yes, a whole bunch of his comrades came out and were like, fuck, we used to jerk off in fucking porta-johns that were 130 freaking degrees. If he can have sex with a couch.
Props to that dude.
Right. But yeah, it was completely bogus. It was all bullshit. Made up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know. I mean, knowing you, I might believe that it could have happened. It's probably when he was a teenager, though, and somebody's just,
It's not going to stop me from voting for the guy. I mean, he knows how to be creative. We need that shit in government. Be creative. Let's have all the people in Springfield build a big boat. They all chip in and just build a big boat. And if this was Vance's idea, I don't care if it looks like the Ark. And they put all those Haitians back on that boat and make them go home. Fuck, throw them a couple of cats. Give them a couple of cats, a couple of geese. Here you go. Bon voyage,
I
motherfucker.
had like a half-assed debate with a buddy the other day in his driveway. It was yesterday actually, because he was talking about the debate. I was like, I'm not watching that shit. And he's like, oh, it's gonna be funny. I was like, I think that we shouldn't have the fucking government. I was like, I'm tired of all of it. I'm tired of taxes. I'm tired of the government. Well, I don't mind taxes to an extent, so they keep our roads up. I'm like, have you fucking driven down Fulton? Like, have you?
Yeah.
That's the fucking what you get with tax money, right there.
Yep.
I was like, it's half-ass patched. They're not going to fucking fix it. They say they're going to fix it next year. I doubt they actually will. I was like, fuck that. Well, we just have dirt roads otherwise because people like you wouldn't pay. I was like, I would pay my portion to have a fucking road made.
Go previous 1913.
Right, there were still fucking roads. And they lasted longer than the roads that we put up now. My grandpa said when he was working for the state, a road would last 9 or 10 years. Yeah. Now they last on average 3.
Yeah.
Because they use cheap fucking materials and they do it quickly.
When I was a kid and they replaced the road in front of my parents' house, it was 7 years.
Right. It's just progressively gotten worse.
Yep. Previous to 1913, when Henry Ford built Ford Motor Company, he put roads in so his employees could get to work.
Well, that's the other thing is with businesses will pay a large amount. The people that live in the area will have to pay a small amount too, but businesses will pay a large amount to have roads and have them maintained and taken care of. We don't need the government to fucking bottle feed us.
Do you remember under Obama when he said, the roads? You didn't build that.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
I didn't pay much attention when Obama
I think he was running for re-election. But yeah, he said, the roads? You didn't build that. We built that. Meaning taxpayer dollars.
Right.
It's like,
well, that means that I fucking built it.
Yeah. Motherfucker, before there was taxation, roads were built. People drove.
Well, that, and for any president to ever say, well, we built that, as if they own the fucking road, which they act like they do, having to fucking pay your goddamn tariff so that you can drive on the king's roads every year.
Right. Yeah, and it's not just from the left, it's from the right as well, because now we've got this government established, we tax the dog shit out of you so that we can give you free shit. Yeah. It's not free fucking shit.
Yeah, it does come from both sides, no matter what.
We're fucking paying for it. I fucking hate both sides. I fucking absolutely despise both sides.
Dude, I paid almost half of my checks.
Free shit, where's my free shit?
Right.
Yeah.
Paid almost
free shit that I don't actually get extorted for.
Yeah.
Give me free shit without taking taxes out
Where's
of
my
fucking
free shit? I've worked for a living for 30 some fucking years.
Yeah.
But I got people coming in this country that don't work, don't live here.
And get fucking debit cards with 10 grand on them.
Yeah, watch some fucking videos on YouTube where these immigrants are coming across the border and they're dropping their ID, they're dropping all of their foreign currency because they know they're gonna get more. They get on a fucking bus, they get shipped to who fucking knows where because that's where they want to be, and that's all government funded. And for you fucking artards out there, that means taxpayer funded. You're fucking paying for it.
You know, I'm pretty proud of you.
Why?
Because we've got 4.5 minutes, and you're only halfway through your drink.
I think if I finish it, I'll get stupid.
No, I don't think so, actually. I don't think 4.5 minutes is enough for you to get stupid. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I was like, no, dude. Like, the government's job is not to fucking provide anything for us. They're there to protect our rights, and they're doing a shitty job.
Ronald Reagan, for as not popular as as he's portrayed to be, even he said the scariest words are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." You know, and then we got Eisenhower, I believe it was, that said, "Beware the military-industrial complex." The whole reason that they're shooing in Harris, she's all about more war. All about it. That's why Tulsi Gabbard endorsed Donald Trump. She came from the Democrat Party. She ran against these assholes in 2016. She's endorsed Donald Trump. She's a pro 2A. And she knows there's no such thing as government funded. It all comes from fucking taxpayers. The only way that her fucking economy of opportunity would work is if they scale back regulation. She has no plan to do any of that. She's not going to cut red tape. She's not going to scale back regulation. When Donald Trump took office the first time, he said, for every regulation I pass, I'm going to repeal 2. And he did it. He repealed 2 fucking regulations for every one that got passed, so that small businesses could start up, so that people would have better lives. That fucking pony show she did last night, she didn't talk about how she's actually going to do anything. She just said, I'm going to give $25,000 to first-time homebuyers, which she had to scale back on a couple of weeks ago and say, I'm just going to give them a tax credit. Hey, guess what, bitch? You just made my house worth $25,000 more. And then she said, I'm going to give $50,000 to start up businesses. Where the fuck is that money coming from? She has no clue.
We're paying for it.
Yeah, she never said where that money was going to come from. She just said, I'm going to have an opportunity economy. I'm going to give $50,000 to startups and $25,000 for first time home
Yeah,
buyers.
and then when every fucking hee-haw in the nation goes to start a business and gets $50,000, and we're all of a sudden tripling our fucking debt.
We're what, 37 something trillion dollars in fucking debt now?
Right.
And they keep forgiving fucking student loans. Now, granted, his hands are tied. Biden's hands are tied on student loans. He can only forgive ones that, like, the school was unscrupulous, shit like that. But still, they keep forgiving all these student loans. If you're going to forgive student loans, stop giving them out. Stop doing it.
Right.
But no, every day, 18-year-old kids are signing $100,000 fucking student loan debt. How is that sustainable? It's all fucking federally backed.
Right.
It makes no fucking sense. But yet, here we go. Back into the quagmire. So we're probably getting close to the end.
Yeah, we got about a minute or two. If you got something else you want to talk about.
Drunk a lot. So I'm wrong a lot.
Fact check us.
Yep.
Don't fact check me about my age, assholes. I know I was fucking wrong.
Send him a calculator app. What's the email again?
Mike's Harder Podcast at gmail.com.
You got anything to throw in, Don?
No, I'm good.
Isaiah, you got anything to throw in?
No.
Oh, if you didn't like it, eat a dick.
Oh, there it is.
We've gotten too tame.
Oh, and shout out to our friend Craig.
Yep.
Godspeed. Wish you well. We're looking out for you, buddy.
Love you, brother.
All right. Hope you guys all enjoyed. We'll catch you on the next one.
Later.
Later.